Anthropic just published data on 1.2 million AI sessions, and it confirms the one thing every engineering lead feared. The agent isn't replacing the coders. It's coming for the leads. Only 8% of that work was coding. The other 92%, that was the connective tissue that made you a lead instead of a coder. And as of last Tuesday, the agent doesn't need your laptop open to do its work. It runs in the cloud unattended while you sleep. For your entire career, being around has been worth something. You're the one who's online to unblock the team at 6 a.m. But the agent is around now too, and it does not log off. It doesn't need to sleep. Here's what actually shipped on July 7th. Cowork used to live on your desktop. It was a tool that you controlled. Now, the sessions run in the cloud. Anthropic's own release notes say, work continues while you close your laptop and scheduled tasks run with no devices online. This is now the always-on era. Imagine a 6 a.m. client prep job. The agent reads your threads, builds the briefing, and drafts the follow-up email. When it hits a human decision, it pings your phone and you approve it from bed, wherever you are. Somebody used to do that job at 6 a.m. It was probably you. I'm not going to hand you a thread and walk away empty-handed. By the end of this video, I'm going to walk you through the exact workflow. The workflow that is the scheduled agent that works overnight and the audit log artifact that turns that from a thing that replaces you into a thing you own. But you need to see the rest of this data first because everyone reads it backwards. When Anthropic's report dropped, engineers saw one number and exhaled 8.7%. That is how much work was software development under this study. Everyone thought, it's not coming for us, it's coming for the ops people. That is the most expensive misreading of the year. That number isn't a map of what's safe. It's a map of what's already gone. If you watched my previous videos, you know that leadership isn't looking to replace the person writing the function, the code. They're looking to replace the overhead of managing those functions. Look at the chart. Business operations is 33%. Content and writing is 16%. Together, they are half of everything, and software development is last. Anthropic calls this the work around the work, the glue, basically pulling status reports, writing onboarding docs, reconciling spend spreadsheets, chasing the 4 humans, blocking the software release. That is not admin work. That is the entire difference between a coder and a lead. Your code was never the scarce thing. The person who held the project together in their hand was the scarce thing. And Anthropic just proved that agent can do that work at scale across 600,000 companies. The rule changed 4 days ago. That thing isn't just watching anymore. It has the keys to your inbox and it's making moves while you're sleeping. And that moves AI from a tooling budget to an operations budget. A tooling budget compares Claude to Copilot, for example. An operations budget compares Claude to your salary. The moment your CFO starts measuring the Claude bill against the headcount line, you are in a completely different meeting and you're not in it. But moving AI to the operations budget creates a massive security hole that most companies aren't ready for. And that is, my friend, your opportunity. On July 1st, a security firm called Armadan published a full sandbox scape. Essentially, if somebody is already running code on your machine, they can get full control. Anthropic said it wasn't a security issue because it required local access. But the architecture changed since then 4 days later. An agent running unattended at 6 a.m., let's say, with write access to your SharePoint and email is a completely different risk. So if the agent gets compromised in the cloud, it's not your laptop that is in danger. It's your entire company's 365 tenant. Nobody at your company owns the question of what that agent is allowed to do while nobody's watching. The engineer who fights the tool gets routed around. The engineer who owns how that tool is governed becomes the person leadership cannot ship without. That is the play. Now let's build it. Step 1, open Cowork and connect your sources. Calendar, email, project, files through NCP servers. Step 2, create a scheduled task, not a chant. Set it to pull updates from threads and commits. Reconcile them against the sprint board, let's say, and write the status report for Monday morning. Step 3, set it for 6 a.m. and close your laptop. Step 4, the career saver. This is where you add the lead value. And a final instruction here is to log every action, every source read, and every judgment call made. Flag the ones humans should overrule. Trust me, when you wake up, you don't just have a report. You will have an AI-governed log. This log needs to show 3 things. 1, intent. What did the agent try to do? 2, evidence. Which email or Slack thread told it to do that? And 3, risk. Did it send an email? Did it change a file? Who is the human in the loop who signed off on it? When your VP asks you who is accountable for what the agent did at 6 a.m., you are the only person who can answer that question with a log. You didn't block the rollout. You wrote the safety manual for it. So watch for 2 signals this week at your company. First, the budget shift. Watch where the AI bill is reviewed. If it's in an operations review, your role is already being priced against it. Second, the consent request. Watch for the Entra consent request for Microsoft 365. That is the starting gun. Be the person who walks in with the answer for how to manage it unattended. Don't let the next update be a surprise for you. Hit the subscribe button so you're the first to know. And as a thank you, meet my dog, Kaden, with 0 AI anxiety and 100% job security. Oh, by the way, I checked our earnings call for the word efficiency, and now I'm fairly sure my boss thinks I'm a very expensive legacy API that keeps asking for dental insurance. Be sure to watch my next video here so that you can continue staying one step ahead.